So you think you're good at mazes, huh? Try to get yourself out of this one. Pick up a pencil and try to draw the escape route out of the maze below.
Let's go!
I didn't think you would do that. Alright guys, so we have a new episode idea to try out with you guys. Not a normal English Club podcast episode. I have transfer student from the theater department, Jay, here to join me.
Hello.
And we are going to play the Goosebumps drinking game. Title pending.
Title pending. Andrew, I've never heard of this Goosebumps drinking game.
Oh man, I'm so excited. So I've secured 2 Goosebumps choose your own adventure games, and I will give you the illusion of choice for which one that we will go through in a drinking game, the rules of which I will explain as we go along.
Okay.
So your 2 options are, what is this called? Number 16, Secret Agent Grandma.
Okay.
Or number 9, The Knight in Screaming Armor.
I think I'll have to go with the Knight in Screaming Armor.
I thought you would. Jay's also part of our D&D club, so the Knight thing. So talk about Goosebumps books. I was really surprised at how expensive these things are for something that smells like cigarettes and fell apart the second I took it out of the eBay box.
Oh my goodness, where did you buy that from? Like a school library?
I don't know, some eBay store, but like I feel like there's like a speculator investment market going on with Goosebumps books, and we don't realize because so many of these are like out of print or whatever.
Oh, so they're a valuable commodity now.
Right. I paid $15 to have this, and instantaneously it all fell apart. So, without further ado, let's break down the rules.
Let's give ourselves goosebumps.
So,
what are the rules?
So, it's a very easy drink-based system. There are 3 tiers. 1 drink is if you encounter any of the following: a dumb twist, bad 90s slang.
Which I'm sure there'll be a lot of.
There will be so much. It's so awful. I watch like a lot of the show to like prime myself for this episode, and it's just like impossible to listen to.
See, that's crazy. I'm pretty sure the show is like is mid to early 2000s, so it is like beyond its date.
They
already.
preserve it very, very well, this culture. Another 1 drink tier is if they encounter a forbidden room. If anything is described as green and or slimy, 1 drink.
Green and or slimy.
And
well,
or.
I mean, look at the cover of every Goosebumps book that's ever been released.
Exactly. And then 1 more drink if they escape the monster.
Okay.
If there's like a little chase scene and then they get out of it. So, moving up to our 2 drink tier, if there is a legitimately interesting plot point, that's 2 drinks.
Okay, well, we will not be drinking for that. I can guarantee you.
I don't know, sometimes they might have some good stuff. 2 drinks if a hidden passage is discovered.
Okay, yes, those are R.L. Stein loves those.
Right. This is different from the forbidden room. You
Right.
discover a hidden passage, you are told not to go to a forbidden room. 2 drinks if a bully appears of any variety, just
Right.
comes onto the scene.
Should we also drink if the bully gets their comeuppance?
Ooh, yeah, that's another 2. Okay, anything bully related is just 2 drinks.
Okay.
And 2 drinks if they have a false scare. Something that's just like a cat and they think it's a monster.
There are no false scares in the Goosebumps books. They're terrifying.
They are. Sometimes they are. And like I remember like some of these, the characters legitimately die or they have like no recourse for where they're stuck in.
Well, I remember episodes/books where like there are ghosts. So yes, death is an option, but usually from what I remember of Goosebumps books, which I read a lot of when I was a child, it is usually almost like a fate worse than death.
Yeah.
You'll get turned into a shrunken head, or you'll be a dog forever.
Right, yeah. Or you were a dog the whole time.
Yeah.
Spoilers for the one where he turns really hairy.
Oh, Hair the dog.
Hair. That's not what it's called.
Bad Hair Day. It's probably something like
That's what
that.
it is.
It's probably Bad Hair
Yeah,
Day.
it has to be. And speaking of death, 3 drinks if you die.
Or die, as
die,
far as R.L. Stein will allow you to.
So yeah, so we have 20 scary endings to choose from here. So if we encounter any of them that would probably result in the narrator's death, we can go ahead and assume that we die. As for what we are drinking something called a bastardized melon muddle.
Okay.
So-
Well, it's green, and looking at it, it's giving me goosebumps.
So without further ado, I think we should toast to a productive session.
A night of scares and frights to delight.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, so let me put you onto something. I had this at a restaurant one time, and I'm pretty sure the name of it is really problematic, so I just call it Basura Blanca. So what you need is the nectar of the gods straight out of the freezer, so it's all good and condensed. Get a good rim of salt on it. Pour hot sauce to your heart's content all over, and top it off with a lime. I know it's a gringo thing to put the lime all the way in, but I think it tastes better that way. Without further ado, this is the situation.
Yes.
It was a night to remember.
Whoa.
Your cousins, Kip and Abby. Your cousins, Knip and Abby. I didn't even do that on purpose. Have come to visit you from jolly old England. Fans of the Empress Theresa episode will remember us talking about jolly old England.
And fans of England.
And guess what they brought with them? 2 huge crates, each containing a suit of armor and a curse.
Completely normal things for when you go on a vacation.
But it doesn't matter, because you're dying, in quotes, to see what's inside.
I think that's implying something else.
I think it might be an innuendo. If you open the crate marked Evil Knight, you will be hypnotized by the knight's sparkling medallion.
Wait, there's just one of the crates is just labeled
says
Evil Knight. Well, why would I ever open that one? Unless I'm like super into Evil Knights.
Hey, I mean, there's something for everybody out there. If you open the Good Night crate, you'll discover a room full of mannequin heads that talk.
Oh, well, that's good. Objectively good, according to the back of this book.
A natural progression from the concept of Good Night.
What did you get if you opened up the Evil Knight one again?
You get hypnotized by the medallion.
So by the rules of R.L. Stein, hypnotism is evil, objectively.
Yeah, right.
And mannequin heads that talk are ontologically good.
Before you know it, you've lost your head. Can you pull yourself together before time runs out? The choice is yours in this scary Goosebumps adventure that's packed with over 20 super spooky endings.
Over 20, so they could be like 21.
Hey, don't miss the next book in the series, Diary of a Mad Mummy.
Whoa, we need to pick that one up. You think it's still in circulation?
I hope so. So thanks to the eBay guy who charged $15 for this. Beware! Do not read this book from beginning to end.
Right now.
Oh, I thought this was like the introduction of the story, but it's just more rules.
Are you reading like the copyright page?
I guess. Prepare yourself to meet the knight in screaming armor.
Ooh.
Your cousins are coming to visit you from England. We know, okay.
Yes, yeah.
They're bringing something with them, a little surprise. It's an old suit of armor. It has a really cool battle axe and a shield. You see there's an ancient curse placed upon your family, and the knight is here to deliver it. That's not all. A ghastly looking gardener with 3 heads, mud-slinging monsters made of goo.
Oh, I see this.
Goo.
Oh, shit.
And some very nasty sheep are all headed your way. That was kind of funny. The scary adventure is all about you. You decide what will happen, and you decide how terrifying the scares will be.
Ooh.
Start on page 1, then follow the instructions at the bottom of each page. You make the choices. If you make the right choices, you will defeat the knight in screaming armor and escape its horrible curse. If you make the wrong choice, beware. So take a deep, it's all in caps. So take a deep breath, cross your fingers, and turn to page 1 now to give yourself goosebumps. I don't want to scream because I don't want to peek the mic.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Andrew, I don't know if I'm ready for you to turn that page.
Were you ever a Goosebumps kid, like, growing up?
Oh, I read the shit out of Goosebumps books.
I did too, but, like, I liked Goosebumps the way that people like heroin. Like, it was an intensely like unfulfilling experience for me, but the way that like every story ended in a cliffhanger drove me insane, and I kept reading because I was like, there's got to be one that doesn't end on a cliffhanger.
No, there's no good
so
endings.
I don't think we will escape the night in screaming armor, but
I think probably the optimal way to read a Goosebumps book is to stop 5 pages before the end. And then you get a little bit happy ending. I read a lot of Goosebumps books when I was a child because I don't like watching horror or playing like horror video games because I get very anxious and don't enjoy them. But I loved reading horror, and when I was a child, Goosebumps was like the perfect one for me. I read so many of them. I can remember many of them vividly. There's one with a blob. There's one with puppets.
It's a lot of them.
There's ones with masks. There's ones where... Do you remember the one? This is one I remember so vividly. About the child who has a comic book and idealizes a comic book villain and wishes him to come into the real world.
Yes, and he's evil.
Yes, and at the end of it, he gets trapped in a comic book.
I already don't want to read this.
Start. I know you're scared, Andrew, but you can't let it give you...
It opens with the scariest thing in the world. Pip pip, ta-ta, jolly good, pain, tally-ho and all that, your dad exclaims.
God.
Dad, you plead, please. So sorry, he apologizes in his best British accent. We just want your cousins to feel quite at home now, don't we? It's not every day that we have visitors from England. It's been over a year since we've seen them. Jolly good, ta-ta, pip-pip, your dad says again.
I'm starting to see there's going to be a trend of a lot of Britishness in this story that I did not expect.
What voice should I give your mom? Yes, your mom adds. Your uncle is giving lectures at several important American museums, so Kip and Abby will be staying with us for a whole week. Isn't that terrific? You only half agree. Kip Saxton, as opposed to Anglo-Saxon, is your age. Sometimes he complains too much, but mostly he's a pretty cool kid. His 15-year-old sister is another story. That feels sexist. Just putting that out there. Abby acts like... What is our voice?
Our reader voice?
Yeah, what's our reader voice going to be?
Give me like your best kid voice.
Abby!
Actually, no, we're not doing that. Just do it in a regular cadence.
Abby acts like she's queen of the world, you say. She could be a royal pain.
Get it? Because they're British.
Right,
and the monarchy
the
still.
royals. Oh, you'll have fun, your dad assures you. Uncle Will says Kip and Abby are bringing a big surprise with them. A surprise, you ask? What surprise? Go to page 2.
Oh, okay. So no decisions.
No decisions yet. Before your dad can say another word about the surprise, the doorbell rings. They're here, your mom calls from the front hall. She opens the door as the airport shuttle van pulls away. Your cousins are standing in the doorway. You haven't changed a bit, your mom declares. I said mom.
They're still doing their British accents the whole time?
Yeah, they're doing it the whole time.
Gotcha.
As she hugs Abby and Kip. They keep going back and forth. Oh, no. Abby, like Downton Abbey. I hope that's not true, you mutter. Your tall blonde cousin is already staring past you and into the mirror behind you. Hi, you manage to say to her. Abby primps her long golden curls before she answers. Oh, hi, she says as she pats her hair about 100 times. Still the same old Abby, you have to admit. Forget her. someone says, laughing. It's Kip.
Why does he sound like he's fucking 40?
I know. I'm gonna. Kip is a chav. Can you do a chav accent?
Oh, give me a hand. We've got more stuff to bring
This has
in.
gone completely away from British. I don't know what this is anymore.
I don't know what chavs sound like.
Let me see.
Okay, here, you want to take it over?
Oh my
Actually,
gosh, this is so long. Wait, where is Kip? God, what is it? What does a terrible British person sound like? Forget. Can you give me a? I can't remotely even think of what a British person sounds like in my head right now. Oi, can you give me a? I can't keep it.
we got this.
Can you give me a hand? We've got more stuff to bring in. Your sandy-haired cousin moves back out onto the front steps and points to 2 huge wooden crates. The crates are taller than your dad.
That's tall.
What the? You start to say. Artifacts. Your dad chimes in. I'm doing a different voice than you, but I hope that's okay. Uncle, I really think that I felt like it needed some editorial.
No, you're right. I'm very
Uncle
bad
Will
at
is
this.
coming in next week to lecture at the Medieval Museum downtown. That's not British, but I told him we'd store some exhibits here until he arrives. But I never expected anything this big. These crates will have to go in the garage. The garage.
The garage.
What's in the crates anyway? You ask Kip. Oi, 2 suits of armor. Kip says that's what's in the crates. They're really old, from the 15th century. We call one of them the Evil Knight. Just
the evil.
It's been with the Saxon family forever. The other suit was Sir Edmund Saxton's. So it's the Evil Knight and Sir Edmund Saxton.
At least it wasn't Sir Anglo Saxton.
They didn't even bother to learn his name. He's our great. Well, you get the picture.
Hey, that's funny.
The crates are on wheels. You, Kip, Abby, and your dad pull them down the driveway to the garage behind your house. You notice a label on one of the crates. Hey, look at this, you cry. You read the label aloud. Beware this dark and evil night, cursed still from long ago. Until a good knight fights for right, this night brings misery and woe. That's kind of
I feel like I need
spooky.
a drink for that.
Oh, that is like a that's a
Bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
Forbidden chamber. Like the room is the box.
Yeah, it says beware.
Yeah.
It says beware, so we're gonna count that as forbidden.
Yeah.
It's forbidden. That's kind of spooky. You add. No, don't read that aloud. Oi, Kip caught it's too late. It's an evil curse on the whole Saxon family. Oh my god. So like by reading that, we've just cursed this whole family.
I think so.
A curse? You laugh. You don't believe in curses, do you? Oh, sure I do, and so should you if you know what's good for you, Kip whispers. I guess you never heard the tale. And it says, listen to the tale on page 4.
Okay.
This seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah, so far not a lot of branching choices.
The tale? What tale? You ask. The legend of the curse of the knight in screaming armor, Kip answers. Years ago, an evil sorceress got angry at the king's best knight, Sir Edmund Saxton. You know, our ancestor. He killed her favorite dragon or something. I'm quickly losing the accent, but anyway, she put a curse on him. The curse of the knight in screaming armor. She made a special suit of armor and sent it to him as a gift. The armor was haunted. It held the spirit of an evil knight. That night, horrible screams and cries were heard from Saxon Castle. In the morning, Sir Edmund and all of his family had been killed. I'm kind of transforming a little bit into JFK.
Yeah, a little bit. It works.
And he still has more to say. Kit's eyes grow wide as he goes on. All of his family was dead except one son. He had been out hunting. Anyway, he kept the armor. He was too scared to throw it away. Does any of this count as an interesting plot to you?
I'll drink. I'll drink a little bit.
I think you know, there's a little bit of horror in here. That night, horrible screams and cries, and then the knight and all of his family have been killed.
Favorite dragon implies multiple lesser loved dragons, and that opens up some interesting possibilities.
Yeah, well, like she had a retinue of dragons.
Right, yeah, why not? I mean, I'm reading Fourth Wing right now for the podcast, so I got dragons on the brain.
Got dragon on the brain. The four of you arrive at the garage, and your dad reaches down to open the door. Oi, that is the armor. Family legend has it that one day it'll wake up again, thirsty for Saxon blood, like me. Then it'll destroy all that is good, unless a brave and noble Saxon can defeat it. It has to be a member of the Saxon family. Ha, you laugh. I'm related to you, so I'm a Saxon. What's an evil knight's suit of armor gonna do to me? And this says get your answer on page 96.
96.
So we're finally skipping forward back. I think I'll.
That's so arbitrary because it's still linear, but it's pushing you out. To options.
Okay, yeah. So I'll read now, and then you'll make the choice. You can just forget that screaming Alma story. Abby snaps before Kips get a chance to answer you. It's totally stupid, and it's not even true. But long after everyone has gone to sleep, you lie awake thinking about the crate in your garage. Hours later, you just dozed off when you are awakened by a chilling scream, and it's coming from the garage! The curse! You gasp. Okay, so you have two options here.
Okay.
If you try to ignore the scream, turn to page 13. If you investigate the chilling shriek, turn to page 19.
Ooh, this is a tough one. So we have to ask ourselves a question about what this guy's home life is like.
Right.
Does he hear screaming and yelling often?
Is the relation between his parents bad?
Right. I'm going to ascertain from the brief interaction that his mom and dad had that their relationship is pretty good.
Yeah.
So screaming and crying is not a normal sound.
I would say they're doing a bit together, so I feel like that conveys a healthy relationship.
Yeah, how about you pass me page 19?
All right. So we're investigating the scream.
Scream! Another shriek fills the night. Kip and Abby are as wide awake as you are. The piercing screams draw the three of you together at your bedside. You grab each of your cousins by the hand. Okay. We have to go out to the garage and investigate, you declare. We have to find out what's out there. Another scream pierces the air. Scream! Abby forgets how much cooler than you she is for a moment and clutches one of your arms. One of your arms. I don't like the way that sounds. It implies you have like more than
two arms.
right.
Yeah.
Kip grabs your other one.
Okay, so we've learned that there are two.
You grab a flashlight, also known as a torch, from your desk.
All right, they would say torch.
Right, and make your way out into the night. You pull your cousins along behind you. Eventually, you come to the garage door. You pause a moment and listen to the screams. Well, here goes, you say. You reach down, grab the handle, and lift it open. Go to page 113. The garage door swings up and out of your way. Dark was never as dark as this.
So wait, I'm sorry. Did we went from outside to go into the garage?
I think so. Like they went through.
Oh, it must
they
not
started out at the bedside. And then okay.
This must not be adjoining. I'm sorry. I need to know the layout of the house for me to properly be scared.
Yeah, I'm not really getting the geography here. Monsters seem to lurk in every corner. Familiar forms look strange. The beam of your flashlight cuts past frightful shadowy figures to the two crates. They stand like tombstones in the middle of the garage, except that one of them is vibrating. It must have been the bad dragon. Shaking back and
Fuck up!
The light reflects off a label on one of the crates. The one with the curse on it.
Oh shit!
Then you notice another handwritten label near the top of each crate.
Oh, that we missed the last time?
Yeah, I guess so. One says Evil Night. The other says Good Night.
Well, thank God we know which one's which.
Right. Which one should we open? You say nervously. Oi, bruv! Neva! Kip replies. He seems terrified. Maybe a little too terrified. You're not sure you buy all this curse stuff. Maybe it's all a big trick. Kip and Abby could have gotten someone to shout and shake the crate around. Who's really in that evil crate?
Yeah, I mean, like, they could have hired somebody. Gig economy and all that.
They got someone from Fiverr.
Yeah, they hired
I'm good at you at shaking boxes. Then again, those screams do sound pretty spooky. Maybe you should play it safe and open the crate marked Good Night. A suit of armor could come in handy if there is some crazy curse. So, Jay, If you open the crate marked Good Night, turn to page 33. If you open the crate marked Evil Night, turn to page 49.
Okay, so I'm seeing the optimal option here.
I mean, that might be what he
But
wants you to do.
let me think with dumb kid 90s protagonist brain. Let's open up that Evil Night.
Let's open up the Evil Night. Okay.
I swear if we die instantly.
I think you might die.
Okay, the fun's over, you declare. You move over to the crate marked Evil Night and start to loosen the straps holding it shut. It's still shaking a little, but the screaming has died down to a faint moan.
It's a really good faint moan.
Thank you. You really had me going there for a minute, you continue. Those screaming sounded pretty scary, and all that moaning and shaking, wow, you guys are good. Kip and Abby look as if they don't know what you're talking about. But you know better. Who'd you get to help me with who'd you get to help you with this little prank anyway? My dad, you ask. Your dad is just the sort of goofball to go in for something like this too. Established, he was doing a really good bit earlier.
Yeah, he's so funny.
You fumble with the leather straps, but you finally get them undone. By now you're chuckling to yourself. It really was a good prank, complete with these oversized crates. Still, you can't believe you fell for it. Speaking of falling, that's what the front door to the crate does next. It's also what your lower jaw does. It falls open. This is written the most stilted way possible, but you try to scream, but all that comes out is a little whimper. There. Give me that again. Oh, we want to clean? Nice. I'll use that later. There, in front of you, about a foot from your eye. There, in front of you, about a foot from your face, you stare into the laser light eyes of the knight in screaming armor.
Whoa!
Now it says to turn to page 16 if you dare.
Do we dare?
Yeah, I'm daring. The evil knight's head is a steaming hunk of black metal. A sparkling medallion hangs around his neck. Something about his medallion holds your gaze. You can't stop looking at it. With you standing there helpless before him, the evil knight raises his heavy sword and he brings it down and slashes open the back of the crate behind him. The wood shatters like ice.
Oh my god, we were literally warned that the Evil Knight would do this, and
Yeah,
he still did this anyways.
In the land of Saxons you shall be destroyed! His voice booms over you. You shiver. He glances back at you and then disappears to the new opening. You're not sure how long you stand there in shock. The next thing you know, Abby and Kip are standing next to you. Did you see that? You stammer. Yeah, no big deal. Abby tries.
No big deal.
Abby tries to sound cool. I know this knight just reanimated and fucking slashed this one of them with a sword, but it's no big deal. Look, this hole. Look, Kip exclaims. This hole in the back of the crate. There are hills in it. Are we coming across a hidden passage right now?
I think we're coming across a hidden passage.
Yeah, right. What's that mean? Abby huffs. But he's right. You peer through the hole. You see emerald green hills and a pale blue sky. You feel wind against your face. You feel yourself drawn to the scene, like you were to the medallion. We better go through, you say without taking your eyes off the scene before you. If not, we'll never break this curse thing. That's a Whedonism. We should probably take drinks for Whedonisms right there.
Yeah, I'll drink to that.
Bad 90s slang. If Joss Whedon can be described in one way, there you go.
This is for you, Joss.
If not, we'll never break this curse thing. You push aside the splinters and step through. Step out of the crate on page 119.
I feel like we're gonna get some weird Wizard of Oz stuff.
I swear if we get another one without a decision, I'm probably gonna lose it because I want you to make a choice. Oh my gosh. It's another one with it. I'll keep reading because I want you to make a choice.
Yeah.
Kip and Abby follow you through the hole in the back of the crate. When all three of you are through, something slams shut behind you. But there was no door on the crate. You turn to look, and the crate has disappeared. All you see around you are hills. Soft, green, rolling hills. It's so beautiful, you say. It's a whole new world. You rub your eyes, but it doesn't go away. It's... I can't read this next line with full sincerity, and when I say it out loud, you'll understand why. It's our world, Abby exclaims. We're back in England. all get why that's funny, right? Okay, I'm making sure we're all on the same page.
The sun never sets.
Oh, it's exactly where the evil knight wants us to be, Kip says softly. England, the land of the Saxtons, England. Who cares, Abby says. We're home.
Home.
That's how they say it. Don't look so happy, Kip warns. The evil knight wants to destroy us. We may be home for good. Or should I say... I'm sorry.
Is it home for bad? Damn it.
It says, we may be home for good. Or should I say, for evil.
That counts as
the bad 90s
bad
slang.
90s slang. I don't know. Hey, Joss Whedon, take notes.
This is how you write real prose.
This is how dialogue works in real life.
God, this is a weird... You gaze around you stunned. There's no way to explain what just happened to you. Hundreds of sheep are grazing on a nearby hill. One wild-looking ram glances up at you. Your heart jumps. His eyes are glowing, you cry out. Your pulse starts to race. The horn-headed the ram morphs into the armored head of the evil knight. He lowers his head and paws the ground. Steam pours through the grill on his helmet. He's going to ram us, you cry. Run for your lives. Led by the evil knight, the whole herd of sheep stampedes. Terror grips you as the thundering herd bears down on the three of you. You are about to be trampled. You wrap your arms around your head and wait to feel the pain of 100 little hooves pounding you into the grass.
Hooves. They're my hooves.
My hooves. Or how, as the British would say, ooves. Ooves.
Ooh.
So this is how he plans to destroy us, you think. You open your mouth to scream, but you can't hear anything over the thundering of sheep feet. Then suddenly, there's nothing but the sound of screaming. Your own screaming. You peek through you peek through your arms. The stampeding herd is gone. The hills are gone. All that's left are prickle bushes. You're buried in prickle bushes, and they hurt. Turn to page 132. I cannot believe...
This is so arbitrary. There's like the barest thread of a through line here. You're just being teleported to place to place.
Okay, there's a choice now.
Let's go!
Okay. Ouch! Abby cries. She breaks herself free from the prickly bush. You can't help laughing.
What?
Abby's a human pincushion. Holy shit.
That's awful.
We're fucked up.
Yeah, this is really bad.
She has little prickly leaves stuck all over her. Ouch! You and Kip say together as you fall out of the bushes. You find yourselves looking like two porcupines too. So like that is that's karma right there for laughing at Abby. You hear giggles. And they're not Abby's. You glance over your shoulder. You glance over your shoulder and you see something you never imagined you'd see. Two miniature men are laughing and rolling on the ground. Each man is about the size of a football.
Are they leprechauns?
They laugh and smack their knees and point at you. Pixies, Kip cries. Pixies, you say. You've got to be kidding me. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is 90s slang. Let me get that a real
you've got to be kidding.
You've got to be kidding me.
Kidding moment?
They pixie now? They pixie now. The little men disappear for a minute. They resurface in the bushes close by. Oh, I should do a little voice for them. We should do a little voice for them.
Oh, please don't do a little voice for them.
This way out. One giggles, pointing to the left. No, this way out, says the other, pointing to the right. Which one can you trust? So follow the pixie pointing to the left on page 32, or follow the pixie pointing to the right on page 100.
So the left-handed path is generally associated with evil, I'm pretty sure.
And we're searching for the evil knight.
Oh, shit, you're right. Oh, okay. See, I was going to say we go to the right but to avoid evil, but I think you're right. I think we should pursue evil.
When you're trapped in a maze, you're supposed to keep your hand on the right wall and follow it all the way out. And then you eventually get out of the maze.
Well, that's just an arbitrary choice. You could do the same thing on the left wall. There's no reason that's the right wall.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you a mazeologist?
Take me to the left, Pixie.
Okay, we're going to page 32.
Let's go to the left, Abby says, pulling thorns out of her arms. There's a cottage down the hill. Maybe we could get help there from the peasants. Hello? Am I the only one who thinks there's something weird going on here? I'm drinking to that,
yeah. That hello it's pretty much on there.
Mm-hmm. Abby and Kip can't hear you. They're already walking across the windy meadow towards the cottage. Pixies, you mumble to yourself. You take off after Kip and Abby. You don't get far when you hear a deafening rumble. It sounds like an earthquake. You see bits of turf flying in the air. You turn and look
Well, there's
behind.
plenty of those in Britain, by the way. I don't know if you know this. There's plenty of those, so I'm sure we'll see many of them flying around.
You turn and look behind you to see hedges.
Oh my gosh.
Killer hedges. What is a killer hedge, Arlstein? They're growing at an incredible rate. Actually, they're not so much growing as bursting through the earth in jagged lines, walls of branches and leaves, and it looks as if, yes, they are heading right towards you. It's time to start sprinting again, and there's no use screaming about it either. Why? Okay, so screaming in Goosebumps books only exists in the negative. You try to scream, but no sound emerges. You try to scream, but it's drowned out by the sheep. There's no use scream. No one ever just screams in a Goosebumps book.
I'm imagining a scenario where R.L. Stine did just write you scream in terror, blah blah blah, and an editor eventually passed over it and was like, you screamed way too many times. I noticed this, you said you screamed, and so he just went back through Control F and just changed it to something else.
I imagine so. I don't know how strict R.L. Stine's.
But maybe at a certain point he loses the plot, and then he's changed all of the screaming to not screaming.
Look at what happened in the time that we've been playing with this.
Well, this is what happens when you contain too much fear in one vessel.
Okay, it's time to move. Move to page 27. Hedges are exploding out of the ground, fully grown. They're spreading towards you with amazing speed. You're no match for them. They burst past you, blocking your path. You try to stop short, but not fast enough. To avoid a face full of prickles. Kip and Abby, too. You start to run the other way, but you don't get far before you come up against another wall of hedge. This guy, he's doing his best, but you cannot make hedges scary. I'm so freaking sorry.
Even if you describe them as killer hedges, they don't magically become scary.
Right. It doesn't seem to matter which way you turn. Any open path is instantly blocked by a solid wall of high bramble bushes.
Oh, okay, well now we're just being railroaded.
I know. Literally. Quite literally. Prickles grab at you as you run past. You shake them off, but keep running. You have to get out of here. The walls around you grow higher and higher, cutting off the sky into lines of blue. That's kind of poetic.
Yeah, that's nice.
The three of you race in every direction, but it's no use. You stop for a second to catch your breath. The ground beneath you starts to rumble and shake. You scream.
Hey, we screamed!
Hey, we screamed. There you go. Exception proves the rule. You can imagine the hedge about to explode through the ground and up through your body.
Oh.
But then it stops. It's quiet again. Except for Kip. Oi, mate, we trapped. What we do now, eh? Try to escape on page 78. This one's short and it has a choice, so I'm very happy.
Okay.
You stare at the walls of greenery surrounding you. The hedges are too high, you say. We can't climb over them. It looks like a maze, Abby comments.
Oh, wait. Andrew, I'm so sorry to interrupt
No,
you, but
please.
greenery is green.
Yeah, okay. No, you're right.
Check the rules.
That counts as green or slimy. It looks like a maze, Abby comments. You know, Kip, like they used to have at royal palaces and stuff. Or the hotel from The Shining.
Did they go to royal palaces a lot?
They're English.
Well,
duh.
I guess we are of good Saxon stock, so.
Anglo-Saxon. We'll either have to find our way out or break through the hedge. We can't stay in here forever, you say. Oi, bruv, forever, Kip wails. Knock it off, Kip! You and Abby both cry. So what will it be, Jay? If you try to find your way out, turn to page 51. If you try to break through the hedge instead, turn to page 116.
I feel like I said earlier already a good tip for making your way through a maze to put your right hand on the wall. So I feel like we should go with that. We should try and find our way through the maze. I'm very confident that we can do it.
Okay, all right.
Turn me to the page.
You have a lot of confidence in these children. Oh my God. You have an activity book.
Okay, so there is a maze to fill out.
We'll post it on the screen so viewers at home can play along.
And we'll post my end results to see if I can actually do it.
Yeah.
We'll need a pencil though. So you think you're good at mazes, huh? Try to get yourself out of this one. Pick up a pencil and try to draw the escape route out of the maze below. Can you do it on your first try? Okay. So I think we're gonna go down here, and then I'm very confident that I'll be able to make my way out of this. I used to
First try, it's got to be a continuous stroke.
fuck up these kind of mazes.
Jay's pretty good at continuously stroking it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna get out.
Oh, we're gonna get out?
We're gonna get out. Like, I guarantee this shit. Oh, shit.
Let's go!
I didn't think you would do that. If you always go the opposite way that your brain wants you to go when you're doing these fucking mazes for kids. I filled out so many worksheets when I was in elementary school and middle school that was just this and crosswords and word searches. I could fuck up a word search. If there was a word search in this book, I'd fuck the shit out of that. Night, maze, hedge, evil. These are all words that can be in the word search. RL, you taking notes? Anyway,
Okay.
If you make it through, hooray for you! Face your next challenge on page 75. If you don't make it through, read your fate on page 65.
We made it through.
I made it through.
75.
It might have been different if you were behind the wheel, Andrew, but...
It literally would have. I don't think I would have been able to do it like that.
The hedges are behind you. I'm getting rid of this pencil. Yeah, that works. The hedges are behind you. The green hills are in front of you. There's a warm wind in your face. That is green. That is green.
Yeah, that's green. Hey, that's green.
There's a warm wind in your face, and something is coming over those hills. A dark black mist is rolling towards you. Now, see, this is more like the England I know. It's already halfway. it's a metaphor for them taking over the world. It's already halfway to where you're standing. Oh, I don't like the look of this, Kip says. I haven't read it a bit, so I had to remember what a British accent sounds like. The warm wind picks up. Dark clouds gather. Dust whips around in whirlpools. Yep, this is England.
This is England.
Evil is in the air around you. This is fucking England. Look, you remark. Sooner or later, we're going to have to face this evil knight. That's the only way to break the curse, right? Only a Saxon can defeat him. I prefer later to sooner. Kip starts to answer back. He never finishes his sentence.
He dies?
Shit. Scream! The scream of the evil knight announces his arrival. It takes all the scary out of this night that he announces himself by going scream. And like, we're not embellishing, it says scree in the book.
Yeah.
Okay, find out what happens next on page 85. I think it is incredibly arbitrary that I have to skip forward for
a linear story.
Okay, it's very immersive. This next page,
Okay,
I have
so
to
ready.
prepare you for that.
I'm prepared. I'm in the zone.
The evil knight's screams mingle with the evil knight's scream.
Maybe if you could read, it would be immersive.
The evil knight's screams mingle with the whistling blast of hot wind. You can almost feel his evil breath mixed in with the wind.
Oh, I do feel that.
You know he's so close. The dark mist rushes at you. The force of the gale throws the three of you backwards against the head. But you don't feel the prickly leaves. You don't land on the ground where you were before. In fact, you don't land at all.
Oh!
We're falling!
Whoa!
The three of you cry together. Falling, falling, falling. And look, it's a little E. Cummings.
Hey, Joshua, please comment on this video and tell us what it is when a poem has like formatting like that, because I know there's a term for it, probably derived from Greek.
If the chair you're sitting in has a cushion, turn to page 48. If it doesn't have a cushion, or you're not sitting on a chair, turn to page 72.
We're in a cushion!
We're
We're
sitting
on a
chair.
cushion.
It's like if you're laying in bed, you'd be turning to page 72. Can you imagine? You get a different experience with this Goosebumps book depending on where you were in
Yeah,
the house.
imagine
when you
being a
read it.
non-cushioned pleb.
See, this is what we call good writing.
Thump! You land on something soft. It's a body. A human body. Oomph! Please get off me this instant! A regal-looking boy dressed in tights and puffy shorts pushes you, Kip and Abby, off of him. You all stand up and dust yourselves off. Who are you? You ask the boy. He looks your age. I am a page, answers the boy. Page 48 in a class of 144.
Oh my gosh, okay.
A page? Abby asks. What's a page? We are knights in training, the boy answers proudly. And we're trying to get away from the night, you remind Abby. I'm drinking to that. That's kind of Whedon-esque.
Yeah.
That's a half a drink.
Our rules said bad 90s slang, but at that point that's just synonymous with Whedonism, so...
Yeah, it's kind of morphed into that. Oi, bruv, can you show us the way out of here, innit? Kid asks. Page 48 points to a gate that opens by itself. There's the way out, he says.
Oh, that's convenient.
It's the Valley of Rocks. Hurry, you order, Abby and Kip. The gate is closing. Oh no, I had a Sonic the Hedgehog voice for that. You make it through... Actually, I'm going to use Sonic the Hedgehog voice for the rest of this.
Okay.
You make it through just as the gate crashes down behind you. You look back. Page 48 is gone.
He's been dead the whole time.
All you see before you is a night sky and a strange, mysterious valley full of rocks. You've landed in a valley, but the green hills of a moment ago are long gone. Well, they've been gone because the hedges also took them away. In fact, there isn't a blade of grass as far as the eye can see. It's all rocks.
So no green.
No green, all rock. Broken up shards and boulders and stones, and it's dark. A pale moon shines up above. Abby tries to move and barely balances on a wobbly platform of stone. She shrieks, "This is like an avalanche waiting to happen." Okay. That was my page 48 voice. I'm sorry. Thanks for the tip, Kip.
Oh,
Abby says.
That's cute.
I skipped a line. Oi, bruv, be careful, Kip warns. These flat rocks aren't as steady as they look.
I'm sorry. Wait, why is he turning French?
As they look. As they look.
Rocks.
Le pied. Isn't that right? The pied?
Is that rocks in French?
Yeah.
Do I look like I speak French? You think I have a soft spot for the French?
No, okay, so it's in Italian, it's roche. I don't know. Les rocs, they are going to fall soon. Thanks for the tip, Kip. I'm joking to that because I don't like that line.
Yeah,
I think we noticed.
We don't care about illusion here. Is that illusion? Tip Kip.
Tip Kip, that is what is that called? Joshua, tell us in the comments what's that called.
It's not alliteration.
It's not alliteration.
I think it might be illusion.
It's not illusion. Illusion is a reference to something.
No.
It's a parallelism.
It's a rhyme.
It's a rhyme.
What's like the other? Okay, so like it doesn't matter. But alliteration is consonants, and then the other one is
no. Alliteration is just as long as it's the same first letter.
Right, and then when it's like the back half of the word, that is.
I don't know, Joshua. You're a poetry MFA. Tell us in the comments.
Yeah, someone will tell us. We drink to that.
Yeah, we drink to that. They're right. The rock you're standing on tips and throws you backwards into another flat rock below. Whoa! You cry as your new rocky floor seesaws back and forth. You glance down. There are more jagged rocks waiting to catch you below.
Uh-oh.
Next, you look up, and something flashes. High up on the rocky point of the mountain, something silvery shimmers in the moonlight. It seems to be calling to you. What is it?
It's the medallion.
It's a medallion and it's the evil knight. Freaking, oh my god.
I'm using my context clues.
Okay. Oi, where are you going? Kip asks you as you carefully step over your rocking rock onto his.
Did you guys see it? Like the writing is so interesting.
Yeah. It's not even like childish. It's just bad. Look up there, you say. You point to the gleaming object. I have a feeling whatever is up there is something that we need. I don't know why, but I have to find out what it is. I'm going up to get it. Oi, I'll come with you, bruv. Kip volunteers. Stop right there, Abby orders. Don't take another step. You're not leaving me alone. Oh, yeah. Abby's afraid of heights, isn't it? Kip mumbles. I'll go by myself, you declare. You two stay here. Balancing on all fours, you skitter up to the next rock. You feel as though you're climbing on eggshells. One false move and the rock you're on could crumble away. You would tumble all the way to the bottom. You test each rock before you move to it. It's amazing how many of them have jagged edges. Higher and higher. Higher and higher.
Higher and higher.
Then you see it. A hand sticking up out of the rocks. You peer closer at the hand sticking up out of the rocks. It's only made of stone. That's when you notice that the rock you're sitting on has a face.
Oh.
That's gross. Ah, you yell. The stone face is frozen in an expression of pain. You move to another rock, but as you look around, all of the broken pieces are shaped like people. Broken pieces of people. It's just like that part in Berserk, guys.
Which part of Berserk?
The one where Finto is born. Like, I don't know. The end of the 97 anime.
I haven't read to the Eclipse yet.
Yeah, the Eclipse, that's what it is. Abby, Kip, you cry, but there's no answer. You can't see them from where you are without losing your balance. What if they're turning into stone or something? Literally, or something, you think. You call out again, but again, there's no reply. What's going on? Maybe they just can't hear you from down below. So, Jay, will you keep climbing to the shimmering object, or will you scramble back down the mountain to help your cousins?
Avarice is taking over. I have to find out what the shiny object is. I made it this far.
We know what the shiny object is, Jay. You're gonna ruin this whole. Oh no! Oh no!
Give Daddy the paper. You may be climbing on pieces of people, but as rocks, they're not going to hurt you, or you them, for that matter. Why write that like that? I'm pissed. Kip and Abby are probably fine. Maybe they just can't hear you. If they are turning to stone, they're not going anywhere, are they? You're not sure what you can do to help them anyway. Okay, we got strangely pragmatic at some point.
Yeah.
You decide to keep climbing the last little bit up the slope. You'll grab that shining object, whatever it is, while you got the chance. You're almost there. The rock you're standing on is totally unstable. You have to do a real balancing act to keep from crashing down on the rocks below. Slowly, carefully, you reach for the silver object. It's long and shiny, but when you why would you love that? And all it said is long and shiny.
You know what else is long and shiny?
I'm trying to be serious.
I'm sorry. It's very serious. Pros coming.
I can't read anymore. Okay. When you've got a hold of it, you try to lift it up, but it lifts you up.
Oh!
Up into the air. The shiny thing is a metal finger. This is so stupid. The shiny thing is a metal finger that's attached to a metal hand that's attached to
a metal body.
The knight in streaming armor.
Oh my god!
What do you know? It's a dumb twist.
Yeah.
I think it's a fucking dumb twist.
Stupid.
You don't know who's screaming louder. You are the evil knight. You stare into his glowing eyes. You feel the steam of his breath on your face. Ooh, It's a little...
Yeah, it's a little intimate.
And then he reaches out, lifts you up, and flings you over the mountainside.
Whoa.
Down, 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 you tumble. Your arms and legs bash against the sharp rocks. You can feel the bumps and bruises start to swell even before you reach the rocky bottom of the mountain. At last, you tumble to a stop next to the motionless figures of Kip and Abby.
Whoa.
You don't move a muscle because you can't. You're stiff all over, and you're getting stiffer and stiffer and stiffer. The end. We died.
We died. Okay.
So we take 3 drinks.
3 drinks.
So we died. Should we go back to the last decision point we were at, which I think was one page?
I guess so.
Page
Yeah.
133.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I made the decision that we keep climbing for the shimmering object. Yeah, so maybe we'll scramble back down the mountain to help our cousins instead and turn to page 35.
I guess.
Oh, you can put a little reverse back.
Your cousins could be in trouble. Kip and Abby could be turning into stone this very minute. Don't move, you yell down. I mean, do move if you can.
It's like a ghost wrote this fucking book.
I am coming down to save you. You take one last glance at the shining object. Rock by rock, you backtrack the way you came. It's even harder to move downward, but there's no time to lose. Mostly, you try not to think about what these rocks and boulders used to be. You set your foot against what used to be someone's shoulder. It jiggles under your weight. And then it flips up.
It jiggles.
I don't know.
It's rock, right?
Yeah, it goes like boy, yo, 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 yo. You tumble headfirst down the rocky slope. Ouch! Ooch! Each! Ouch!
Ooh, give one of the goofy like, whoa. You know what I'm talking about? You like Goofy?
Whoa!
Yeah, that was.
I don't. You do it.
Yo!
You just broke that microphone. I swear to God.
He goes, yeah! I thought I was gonna be.
Look at this! Look at what happened. Look at what you made me do.
Oh my God! We were tearing this.
This literally is falling apart.
You're so scared. You're
Oh
so
my
scared
God.
that he's tearing the book apart.
I was ripped
Yo!
off.
You know that? You know, like Goofy
No,
does that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yo!
You yelp with each bump. Finally, you land and crash at your cousin's feet.
Oh, Quentin Tarantino moment.
You lie there among the rocks for a moment. Your head is still spinning from your fall. Are you all right? Abby asks. We saw the whole thing, Kip says, with admiration. I give it a perfect 10. You were fantastic.
What is this accent?
Kip's accent.
Okay.
I thought you were turning to stone, you sputter. Huh, that's a good one, Abby laughs. We were just trying to keep still. We didn't want to start an avalanche while you were still up there. Oh yeah, Kip explains. It's just like with the snow. I'm sorry, I'm not even going to commit to that. The slightest movement or sound might bring everything down.
Why did it naturally just turn German?
I don't know, because I don't speak British. That's it. An avalanche. Thank you, Jay.
Yeah, there's a book on you.
Kip, you're a genius, I exclaim. Oi, I am, innit? He is? Abby looks amused. An avalanche. That's the way they get to the shimmering thing. It will help us. I just know it.
This is what we're thinking or saying? Or...
This is what we're saying.
Oh my goodness.
And if not, maybe an avalanche will help us get out of this horrible place, you explain. Before they can stop you, you pick a good-sized rock and throw it as far as you can up the slope. Pieces of rock start to cascade down the face. You, Kip, and Abby scramble to the edge of the slope, out of the way. I love how so there's half a page and then a linear choice for there's no
Just put it onto the other page.
Yeah, half a page, and then we have to flip to something else.
Well, I had this problem with the hedge part too because we went through like 3 pages that basically amounted to the hedge pushes in on you, you escape the hedge, turn to this page, the hedge pushes in on you, you escape the hedge. R.L. Stein, if you're listening to this,
which one we know you are,
and if you're still writing these Choose Your Goosebumps books, stop fucking patronizing us. You know, treat us like as adults.
Yeah, we're adults.
We're adults. We're adults, RL.
Yeah, Goosebumps fans are all adults.
We're all adults now.
When the rumbling of the avalanche was done, you brush off the dust of your face and glance around. In the light of the full moon, you see a trench in the middle of the hill.
When did it become night? I completely missed that.
No, I did too. I kind of forgot we were outside.
We were Green Hills.
Yeah, I remember that. It was like
Green Hills Zone.
Sonic the Hedgehog. It worked, you shouted. The avalanche has cleared a path. And look what I found in it. Says that wasn't even like remotely British. He holds up a shiny metal key. It was right there under this rock.
What there?
Right there.
It was right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Kip, you are a genius, you say happily. 1:30. All 3 of you make your way up the path, all the way up over the top of the hill. Off in the distance, you see a cottage. It's that cottage. No, wait, no. It is that cottage again, you say. Then you have an idea. The key. Maybe it fits the door to the cottage. After walking on all those rocking rocks, the trip to the cottage is easy. No pixies changing your path. No sheep stampede. And so far, there's no evil night in sight. Hurry, you call to Kip and Abby. You move quickly and quietly along the dirt to the cottage. When you are a few feet from it, you stop to look at the cottage more carefully. It's a small, 2-story, white house with a thatched roof. How is it? Thatch roof, 2-story house.
Small. Doesn't make sense.
I don't buy it, R.L. Stein. A garden of petunias and snapdragons lines the curved stone walkway leading to the heavy wooden door.
Oh, you know that RL was so proud of himself. Looking up snapdragons. And
right. Petunias. I wonder who lives here, Abby asks. It's quite stylish in an old-fashioned sort of way. She peeks in the windows. It's too dark in here, she whispers. I can't see a thing. You knock on the door. There's no answer. You knock harder. Still no answer.
Free reign to go in.
Free reign to go in. It's right of entry. Oi, try the key or something in it, Kip suggests. You turn the silver key in the lock and try to twist it with your hand. The silver key fits perfectly in the lock, but it won't turn. I don't get it, you say. This key looks like it should go with this lock. No luck. You put the key back in your pocket. You step from the door to search for another way in. As you move away, the door slowly swings open.
Oh, we didn't just try the doorknob.
I don't know why. Come in. The voice of a very old man invites from somewhere inside the cottage. I've been waiting for you. Waiting for us? Abby stammers. She peers into the darkened doorway. But I don't see you, Abby says. Come closer, the old man says in a friendly voice. It's been so long since I've had good company. The 3 of you step into the cottage. The door slams behind you. If the slam makes you scream, turn to page 87. If the slam makes you jump. Okay, so does the slam make you scream or jump? And remember what we were saying about how not slamming.
Well,
remember what we were saying about how screaming factors into the R.L. Stein formula.
Well, let's first of all, let's go back. Let's check the tapes. We'll see what my reaction was to the door slamming.
I feel like you jolted.
And I imagine it'll be absolutely nothing.
No, you jolted. You leaned forward.
And then, so I jumped.
Okay.
The loud slam of the door, it was in all caps. The loud slam of the door startles you. You jump 2 feet into the air. When you come back down, the floor beneath you opens up. Oh, shit, okay.
Whoa! So it's a 3-story house.
I feel like this is a dumb twist.
This is stupid.
We jumped into the ground game out.
I'll drink to that. Hey, Arriba, Abajo, Acentro, Pa Dentro. A trapdoor! Please tell me there were that many O's.
There were multiple O's. You exclaim. The 3 of you plunge downward. It seems like you're falling for a while. Then your luck changes. You land on a soft bed covered with brown cloth. Whew! Whew! You sigh, catching your breath. I don't know where we are, but I am glad to be away from that old guy. I can't explain it, but his voice really gave me the creeps. I keep telling Abby the same thing, Kip teases. I can't explain it, but her face really gives me the creeps.
That's kind of funny. That was funny, R.L.'s time.
Don't push your luck, Kip, Abby warns, and she whacks him with a piece of brown cloth. What are these anyway? Kip asks. He lifts up the coarse brown sheet that just hit his face. They're monk robes, Abby answers. Sing? Yeah, monks robes.
There is nothing connecting anything happening in this book.
Monks live in what now, Andrew? What do monks live in?
Abby's.
And the cousin's name is
Holy crap.
Is Abby.
Yes, I get it now. It all makes sense.
They're monks' robes, Abby answers. See, she puts one on over her head. She looks just like a monk in a movie. You know all those movies
All
you
those
see with
movies
monks
about
in
monks.
Cool. You and Crip. I don't know.
Crip.
Cool. You and Kip try them on too, just for fun. What are they doing in this old guy's basement? Shh. Abby hushes you. Listen. The sound of low chanting comes from somewhere above you. Do you think it's the knight in screaming armor? You ask. It sounds more like singing than moaning. Turn to tiptoe to page 123.
1, 2, 3.
You see stone steps in the corner of the basement. We'd better see what's up there, you whisper. Oh. We'd better see what's up there, you whisper. You lead the way up the stone steps. Medieval paintings line the walls. Carved angels hover near the arched ceiling. It's like a castle, you say. It's a monastery, Abby corrects you. Monks probably used to live here centuries ago. And who's that chanting in the next room? Kip gulps. The chanting grows louder and louder as you enter a large dining room. Long benches are filled with robed figures bent over a narrow wooden table. The figures keep their hooded heads bowed. They chant over their meal. There's no food on the table, Kip whispers loudly.
We are the food.
All the figures turn around at once. Oh! Abby lets out a startled cry. The robes are empty. Where their faces should be, there's empty space. They are ghosts.
Whoa!
I think that's a dumb twist.
Yeah, I know. That's stupid. Introibo ad altare Dei. That's
Anyway.
a Catholic reference for you.
You make a break for the stairs, but you're all alone when you get there. Find out why on page 135. Oh my goodness.
You're getting close to the end there.
I think so. That's like one of the last pages.
Are we at the true ending yet?
There are 136 pages.
Wow.
There's a true ending?
I don't know. There's 20 to choose from.
Yeah, I mean, this is what Andrew's talking about. Look how much this takes up. This could have gone on the last page.
Right. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is.
When you get to the stone steps, you look back for Abby and Kip, but they're not there. Then you see them. They're walking over toward the table. What are they doing? Come on, you guys, this way, you shout, but it's too late. Their faces are already starting to fade. What? Whoa, the chanting grows louder. Now you can hear what they're saying. No bells tolls for us. No bell tolls for us, they chant. Page 41. Kip and Abby don't notice that you're running out of the dinner. Kip and Abby don't notice that you are running out of the dining hall. They don't care. They're reaching back to pull their hoods up over their vanishing heads. Now Kip and Abby are chanting too. No bells tolls for us. No bell tolls for us. No bell tolls for us. You race down a different set of stone stairs. A doorway at the bottom leads out into a courtyard. Across the yard is a crumbling bell tower. As you run for it, the chanting monks hurry close behind you. They're not going to let you escape.
Uh-oh.
They want you to join them too.
Oh my god, we have to convert to Catholicism.
You can cut that.
No, give me that.
You race up the broken stone steps to the top of the tower. A rotting rope hangs from a black cast iron bell. There's a kettle full of some bubbling black liquid on the floor. You reach for the bell rope and the ghosts stop in their tracks. They hold their thick sleeves up against their hoods to where their ears would be if they had ears. As terrified as you are of them, they seem frightened of the bell. So, if you pull a rope, If you pull the rope to ring the bell, turn to page 110. If you decide to throw the liquid at them instead, turn to page 73. What would you like to do, Anne?
So they seem scared of the bells, right?
Right, but there's a strange bubbling black liquid that you could throw at them.
Wow. So bells does not seem to be a recurring theme in R.L. Stein's work. However, slimy bubbles do seem to be.
Yes,
So,
I would agree. I don't want to tell you what decision to make here, but
slimy stuff.
okay, cool. Well, I think we'll have to naturally take a drink. Okay, so
You let go of the rope and rush over to the kettle. If you can only lift it, you could throw the liquid on the ghosts. That should scatter them. The hooded robed figures move their way up to the steps. They're getting closer. You're getting frantic. You strain against the handle of the kettle with all of your strength. It budges a little, and some of the liquid sloshes onto the stone floor. It pools around your feet. And you slip! You fall back, arms flailing. You knock against the bell. Bong. Bong. Bong.
again, this is just more railroading. This is just more railroading.
Yeah, literally, there's no choice. I rang the bell. I knew that was
whatever. Just continue on.
The monk's chant changes. The bell tolls for us. The bell tolls for us. The bell tolls for us. One by one, the hooded figures slump to the floor of the bell tower. Soon, they are nothing but a pile of empty robes in a heap at your feet. Bong. 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 You push the bell again. Kip and Abby pull off their hoods. You saved us in it, Kip cries gratefully. And those stupid ghosts are gone for good, Abby adds. Can you believe those monks? Get alive. I mean, get to death. I'm joking to that. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my death. Fire your editor, R.L. Stein.
I thought that's an escape the monster type deal too. They got away from the ghost.
I'll drink to that one.
Got away from the monks.
You breathe a sigh of relief. We are safe now, you say. All is still. All. Except the flashing eyes on the other side of the courtyard. Uh-oh, you say. Those eyes can only mean one thing. Okay, Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. The flashing eyes. Pros Homen. The flashing eyes across the courtyard could only mean one thing. The eyes of the knight in screaming armor. We can't escape from him. We can't escape from him, Abby sighs. It's no use trying anymore. He brought us here. This is his world. He must want something from us. Otherwise, he would have destroyed us by now, because we can't say just killed in a scholastic book.
Book.
You point out. He's only toying with us, Abby says bitterly. Like a cat plays with its food. It's as if he's using our fear of him to make us face all other possible fears.
Whoa.
In it, Kip whispers mysteriously. Abby gives Kip a double take. Face other fears? That's ridiculous, he says. She says. I'm I'm afraid of flying, but you don't see him making me fly.
Get on Twitter and call Andrew out.
For misgendering a cis fictional character.
Get on Twitter. Tweet at Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
Please help my friend Andrew. As soon as you get the message out, the quick. So yeah, go on.
A strong gust of wind blows through the bell tower and rings the bell. Bong! 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 You clap your hands over your ears. Kit dives for the pile of the monk's robes. Abby jumps back and slams against the crumbling wall. The wall gives way behind her.
Oh,
hidden
passage.
Help me! I'm flying! Abby soars higher and higher until she's out of sight. Abby, in it! Kit cries. Come back! If she doesn't... Well, okay, wait. This is not a choice. This is an influence. Okay, Jay. If she doesn't come back, soar to page 92. If she returns in a flash, turn to page 102. How badly do you want...
Well, it feels like it'd be really narratively... From a narrative standpoint, it feels like it'd be uninteresting if she went and then came back instantly. We should find out where she went. She doesn't come back.
Okay.
Kit! Oh, I forgot I'm supposed to be doing British accents. Kip! Abby's voice is so far away now, you can hardly hear her. Wow, she's really flying. Wait, that's us. Wow, she's really flying, you say in amazement. You must be right about the fear thing, Kip. Come back, Kip calls up to the night sky. But Abby's growing smaller and smaller against the night sky. And in another moment, she's gone. Oh, shit. You almost can't believe it. Just like that. Gone. Kip starts to sob. You try to be brave. We'll find her again. I know we will, you say. We've come this far together, through all this craziness. A low growl from the stone stairs lets you know there's more craziness to come. Who's there? You demand.
That cannot be what was written.
You tell me how else I'm supposed to read that.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fair.
The evil knight's scream echoes out against the courtyard. The growl on the stairs turns to a howl, answering the scream of the knight.
Oh!
Then, a huge black, cat-like creature with yellow eyes appears around the bend in the stairs.
So a panther.
Kip, over there. You say as quietly as you can. Oh wait, let me try that again. You say as quietly.
I don't like that. Do not make those noises ever again in my presence.
Okay, turn to page 61.
Okay.
No fanfare about it, just go.
No, just go.
Kip turns and sees the beast creeping up the stairs. Stay still and maybe it won't see us, you whisper. Slowly, you and Kip press yourselves into a corner of the bell tower and watch the beast. You've never seen anything like it. It's as large as the biggest lion and as black as night. It has short ears. It has short ears set back on a small dog-like head. A long swishing tail hits the crumbling wall, knocking stones to the ground. I don't know. Why did she fall to the wall and start flying? Did I miss stuff there?
Probably. Viewers at home, comment what Jay missed.
The beast growls. Rows of shiny white teeth drip with saliva. It turns its fierce eyes in your direction. It sniffs the air. It smells you. A long red tongue licks its drooling black lips. It sees you. It's going to pounce, you cry. The wolf jumps for you, but you jump too.
Is it a wolf?
No. Did I say wolf?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
The beast jumps for you, but you jump too. Right over the wall of the bell tower with Kip right behind you. Oh no! You both scream on your way down. Ah! You hear. A giant nighthawk passes you as you fall. Ah! The bird squawks again as it swoops down beneath your falling body. Okay, I think we've escaped the beast monster.
What about the night?
The night, we've escaped that too. So 2 drinks, I think.
Remember your parents? Remember how we were in like suburban America like an hour
When do we
ago?
go home?
I want to go home.
Anyway, fall down to page 95. You're falling fast, but not fast enough to escape hot drool dripping from the beast's mouth. Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're back. We took a false drink. The beast did not. We didn't escape the beast, but the beast leans over the edge of the bell tower.
Oh, slimy.
Oh yeah, shit. Drool. The beast leans over the edge of the bell tower wall. You get a face full of steaming spit. Okay, we already drank for this.
Yeah.
Before the next big loogie hits you, the giant nighthawk. I know, this is gross. The giant nighthawk flies under you and Kit. It catches you on its back and swoops upward. You don't know where this blackbird of night is taking you. As you look back at the beast, you know one thing for sure. Wherever you're going has got to be better than where you've just been. All right, Andrew. Things get a little complicated because
Right.
we have 3 choices now.
3. Whoa! Wait! That's more than I can handle.
If I don't know why we picked this 3rd choice, but we're probably going to for the sake of this. But if the bird turns left, turn to page 115.
Okay.
If the bird turns right, turn to page 53. If the rescue mission takes a turn for the worse, turn to page 74.
Well, I don't know why we would choose the 3rd option. Was it? I chose left when the pixies were there.
Yeah.
Right? So let's go right. Let's go right.
Okay. So page 53.
53.
On you stay, we to rispettata mundi,
Too bad Latin is a language that people know.
Oh, we escaped the beast again, by the way.
Oh shit. The bird turns right. Where are you taking us? You call to the bird. Ack! Ack! Squawks the giant feathered bird, as opposed to an unfeathered bird. We shouldn't leave this place, Kip says worriedly. In it. If Abby comes back, she won't know where we went.
Yeah, what the fuck happened to her, by the way? She's just
Gone.
gone.
She's gone. She flew away. She
Holy shit.
levitated.
She's floating in space right
And
now.
if we stay in the bell tower, you reason, we won't be there. I don't know why you keep
It's
defaulting
so
to
easy
German.
for you to go to the German accent.
I don't know what about me is so wrong. We won't be there when she gets back anyways. That beast looked pretty hungry. That's how Germans talk.
Yeah.
As
fuck
the
them.
flying speed increases, the flapping of the big bird's wings drowns out your voices. You fly in silence now. But you're just as worried about finding Abby as Kip is. Your worry time is cut short.
Oh my god.
You know, your allocated worry time. When you look over the bird's
check your watch.
shoulder.
Is it worry time right now?
Yep, I'm kind of worried. And see a rocky side of a mountain straight ahead. Look out, you scream as the bird's heads right for it. We're going to crash. The bird speeds up. The mountainside is directly in your flight path. Stop, you scream with all of your might. Don't you hear me? We are going to crash. Turn to page 125.
I feel like you could put these pages right after each other, like if they're not going to be any sort of direction.
Oh my god. The speeding black nighthawk doesn't hear you. It just keeps flying. The mountainside approaches. Crash! Purple stars flutter before your eyes.
Surely not. Surely that is not the end of this.
Your toes feel numb. Darkness surrounds you. You feel your own arm just to see if you're alive. I am alive, you shout happily. You call this living? Abby's voice says. Abby, you and Kip both say. It's you. What happened? I think they said all of those words in complete unison. We crashed and now we're crushed. That is what happened. Abby's right. The crash seemed to break the spell. Now you're crushed together inside the Evil Knight's crate. Back in your garage. In America. Home. It started when we entered the crate, Kip says groggily. A secret door, another world and time, and the worst night of my life. Ark! Abby squawks. She pushes on the door of the crate.
Oh, she was the Nighthawk the whole time.
I guess. You bang on it. Kip throws his weight against it. It won't open. Ah! Ah! It's your scream coming from inside the crate. But you can scream all you want. No one's going to let you out. They've heard it all before. Those screams inside that crate. It's just the curse of the knight in screaming armor. A curse that's never coming to an end.
Oh.
That was kind of clever. I'll drink to that one.
Yeah.
So four drinks.
I'll finish my drink.
That feels like the true ending.
I feel like that's a true ending.
So if we had chosen the hedges, we try to find out our way out of the hedges. You never make it out of the hedges alive, and years later, your bodies are absorbed into the fertile soil.
Oh my god.
That's
pretty
morbid,
dark for
yeah.
Goosebumps.
Okay, R.L. Stein. Did we ever find a sorceress?
Not to my knowledge.
So
They mentioned her though.
Okay.
She put the curse on him.
remember So who was in the cottage? Was that the sorceress?
Not that we met. We didn't even find out who was in the cabin because we jumped when the door slammed, and so we fell through a trap door and found ourselves at a monastery.
There's a sorceress at some point, and it ends with, here comes trouble. The evil knight is here to fight, but all you can do is scratch. You might be itching for a fight, but it looks like this fight's been scratched. That doesn't really work as a poem. Hey, Joshua, comment down below what you think about that poem.
Well, Andrew, I feel like we've do you feel like you've given yourself enough goosebumps?
I'm searching desperately for like something that feels like a truer ending. Oh, okay, here's something funny. I don't remember there ever being a water body, right? Like there's no.
Not that we got to.
Okay. The evil knight's laughter echoes across the lake. I'll save you, he bellows. I'll save you all. For me! I'll drink to that one. Well, Jay, I hope you learned a lot about
England.
England.
I learned a lot about British people. More than I already knew.
Jay, I think it was Aesop Rock who once said, I've lost the plot, if not the passion for the novel. And I feel like R.L. Stein very quickly lost the thread that he was following, and it all kind of fell apart. I was really disappointed. I remember these being a lot more cohesive narratively. The Pixies never came back. The monks were one and done.
Yeah.
The cottage guy... There was a lot of room for improvement in this work. So
It really makes me wonder what
it makes you weep up?
it really makes me wonder what would have happened if we had picked the good night instead.
I guess we'll never know because I really don't feel like going back through this book.
Well, Andrew, it's been a pleasure getting goosebumps with you. Giving myself goosebumps. And if you want to give yourself goosebumps, buy yourself a copy of this.
Or you can always like, subscribe, and share with your friends for future installments of the yet untitled Goosebumps drinking game.
The more Goosebumps books that you guys buy, the less Andrew is able to buy.
The fewer that I'm able to buy.
The fewer that Andrew is able to afford and bring into his own home.
And we all want that, don't we?
And remember the famous motto of St. Balathar's. What is it?
St. Balasar.
St. Balasar's University. If you ain't matriculating, you're ridiculating.
All right. We're gonna call it there. Bye, guys.